Good morning. My name's Frankie Puckett. I'm a teacher at Paintsville Elementary. The title to my grant is called Traveling Student Totes, T.S.T. The area of focus that we wanted to look at with this particular grant was to see if we supplied the kids with in-class tools such as rulers, file folder games, base 10 blocks, extra copies of books for home use to be able to keep there, plus have a set at school. I know this year is totally different than what the kids have done in the past, but we have a variety of students doing just remote learning, some doing in-targeted service, coming in for services, plus getting services at home, and now we have totally in-person kiddos. So I wanted to see if when we gave them supplies to use at home and at school so they didn't have to carry them back and forth, if it would help improve their scores overall. The action plan was to give students authentic physical supplies. Normally you wouldn't send your base 10 supplies home or your file folder games, but I wanted to write this grant in order to see if they had that material and used it on a daily basis at home, plus used it when they came in for services or on Zoom sessions, if it would help. The students that participated in this particular project ranged from kindergarten through 6th grade, and they were of various levels and abilities. We have MMD, DD, we also had some OHI. I have a couple of autistic students that participated in this project with us. The resources that I ended up getting, I got backpacks, task boxes, and the supplies that I wanted to go in them, of course, was just regular ones: glue, pencil, papers, scissors, highlighters. But at the same time, I also wanted to add some things that they normally wouldn't get at home, like the base 10 blocks, different rulers, protractors, stress balls, and things like that. If you look at this, you'll see my little girl there, and she's carrying one of her totes. I bought several different ones, both girl and boy type ones. She actually chose a Spider-Man one. And then if you look around her picture, you'll see a bunch of copies, because I made copies of books and stories and their workbooks that we use that I got from Teacher Pay Teachers. And the middle photo is my notebooks that I bought that I ended up getting for $1 a piece, which I was excited, which allowed me to spend a little bit more on some other stuff. On this particular page, we have my little boy who's in 3rd grade. He wanted just a regular little shoebox to take home. And then if you look at it, in his shoebox, he has index cards. We got him a Judy clock, pencils, markers, dry erase markers. There's a dry erase board underneath there. And if you notice up in the corner also, I have some books that I made that I printed off from Teacher Pay Teachers that they could use. They could also take those home as well. And our OT was excited. I ended up sending a few of his students that he works with a supply bag as well. Some of the things that we printed was used at home and at school. We also gave them dice that we used to do math. So with my younger ones, we did addition and subtraction with 1 and 2 dice. And then with my older group, we did 2 dice by 2 dice to do multiplication and division. And if you look, my little boy there, he's doing addition. And again, there are some more of our backpacks and some things that we had made from our Teacher Pay Teachers materials. I ended up getting my supplies at a really good discount when they were having a special. So we ended up with a lot more than what we first had anticipated. If you notice, I have puzzles that the kids used. We took the puzzles and we made contractions, addition, subtraction. So they had to work the problem or to find the solution, or they had to take the contraction and find its partner. And if you look, my students use it at home, at school. We went to the playground, so they could carry their supplies wherever they needed to go, and nobody used the same ones. Overall, the evaluation went really well. I tried to focus in on like 1 or 2 students for this so that I could get a good positive result. And if you notice, my first grader, she went up in her reading comprehension, not a lot, but it was a big step for her. She went from 2 out of 5 to 3 out of 5 comprehension questions. My second and, well, I meant third grader there, he actually came up in his multiplication facts because he got to use the flashcards at home and at school. And the parents were really appreciative of all the materials that they got. My one first grader did really well on his primer sight words. He started out with 21 and ended up going to 47. I think with the use of this materials, it gave them a chance to be repetitive, because the more that they interacted with it, the better it was for them to get it from short-term to long-term memory. Here are just a few more pictures of my students. As you can tell, they're really happy with their things and they enjoyed working with them. I really appreciated getting this particular grant because the kids got to take the stuff home and it's theirs, and they took ownership of it.